Hello, my friends. Today I want to discuss an interesting moment, an interesting video of my student. This is a real levitation that a person did on the stage. And there are a couple of points that I would like to discuss as a critic, because this person is a close person to me. I have known him for so many years, and I always have to discuss any mistakes, any points. I always do this, and I'm not shy. You know, a teacher who does not tell his student, does not show his mistakes, but says, everything is great, it's not good. You always need to show, you always need to identify some small mistakes, and then a person can develop, go further and improve his skills. So, first of all, the positives. Good, that it was not a stage levitation. I often say that there are two types of levitation. Those that are used, for example, on stage in the cinema. You know, this is a levitation that requires a lot of editing. It's really like a real movie. A person flies on large ropes, and then these ropes are attempted to be deleted in some way. In special programs. Of course, this was not the case, because there were people in the audience, and the people were pretty close, just the camera did not show it. People were literally 2 meters away, any ropes would be exposed by lighting. This is the first. What's the second? The second is very cool, that Alex still does not object to my advice, and flies without the presence of people. You see, there were a couple of people on the stage before, but then they were all asked to leave. Absolutely all the artists, workers, everyone left and went far away. The shortest distance, the closest distance to the nearest living field, or rather the field of a person, was of course with the audience. And here there could be quite a big chaos, which fortunately did not arise. That is, if a person did a levitation and at this moment, being in balance on a piece of air, we are so united with our double, we transfer so much control of our body to the double, you can see it now. And if at this moment your subtle body is knocked down by the interference of another subtle body, that is the sense, because our bodies are different sizes. Our subtle bodies, they can go a little beyond their limits, they can intersect. You know that if people are close, we somehow feel another person. So, during the Siddha, you feel people very strongly. And if at this moment in your environment, there is a person who is not entirely friendly to you, who has very developed low vibrations, such as anger, hatred, at this moment he feels something, your high vibrations on which you work can be knocked down. That is, these are some kind of interference that can greatly affect the execution of siddhas. But you know, if you do a telekinesis, then the object will simply fall and nothing terrible will happen. There will be no fiasco. And if you fall from a height of 2 to 3 meters, you won't be prepared. And a prepared person, like some stuntman, stunt devil, for them this is already a rather high height. Therefore, 1 point subtracted from Alex's siddha is that he still neglects my advice about the audience. In fact, the audience needs to be pushed back a little. It does not matter their reaction. You should always put your safety first. Friends, if you are doing some kind of levitation, if you are doing some kind of difficult siddha, the same for teleportation or pyrokinesis, you should not be near people. That is, try to get people away from you by at least 5 meters. Therefore, a big positive is that Alex managed to get people off of the stage. There was no one nearby, although the artists wanted to be near to see it, but they were all driven away, at least behind the curtain. They were quite far away. And the second mistake is that the audience was not removed from the front rows. This must be done. The performance of the levitation itself was excellent. Clear, without unnecessary movements. The concentration was pure perfection. During the rise, the aura of Alex shines unrealistically. I feel this symbiosis. The chakras overflowed. The strongest chakras were the first, then the fourth, then the seventh. This is a very strong combination. And the supporting chakra was the second. And each of them were spinning counterclockwise. Each of them had the correct orientation. This is a very strong charge. A very strong stimulus for levitation. If you feel these 4 chakras in such a key, as I told you in that sequence, this is a very strong key to levitation. The only thing is that I scanned Alex after this performance. And an interesting fact that I noticed, the leading chakras were already different. I don't want to talk now. I don't want to reveal the secret of Alex's key. Nevertheless, this suggests that he just adapts to this key, to the identity key, and executes it at the moment of the demonstration itself. Again, this requires more preparation, more adjustment, and the result, you see, the result is magical. But if the chakras were really in sync at this moment, not just readjusted, but in sync to the identity key, to the Siddha key of levitation, it would be even better. Alex, I take off my hat in front of you. You have surpassed your teacher. You are really a master. To do this on stage, without any equipment, to do this in front of a crowd of people, without being afraid to lose concentration, without being afraid to lose balance. This is very cool. This is very strong. This can only cause deep respect. And I am grateful that you were my student. I am grateful that you are my student. And I am grateful if you will continue to learn from me, if you will receive new knowledge, because for me it is an honor. So let's watch and enjoy the whole video, Levitation from Alex.